Well, look at this. It's the Jackson Dinky that I repainted and sprayed lacquer on a couple weeks ago. Guess what? The lacquer's all cured, and it's time to level sand and buff this to a nice shine. Let's go! I start off by wet sanding with some 800 grit paper, just going through the whole body to remove any of the orange peel and get it nice and smooth throughout. I'm checking my work by putting it up to a light and looking for any reflective areas. These are spots that need to be sanded more until there's a nice even finish throughout. And since there isn't yet, just gotta continue on with the work. I will check the paper frequently to make sure I'm not burning through the lacquer, and if I am, you'll see color on the paper. And you just keep going until you get something like this, just a nice even satin matte finish. There's still some high spots, but that's okay. Then, of course, just continue that process, making sure I hit the back and the sides nicely, getting that same flat effect. The next step, I'm using 1500 grit paper and wet sanding the front and the back and the sides, just getting this guitar stupid smooth. And from there, I go back over again and make it even more stupider smooth with some 2000 grit wet sandpaper. With the sanding done, it's time for the next step and bring it to life with some buffing. I'm using some Meguiar's high cut compound and a compounding brush to take out some of those fine scratches from the paper, and just working that really nicely into the body, working everywhere, not staying on one section too long so I don't burn through the lacquer. Once I'm done working in that compound, I move on to an ultra high cut finishing compound with a finishing foam head on the drill, and I just work that in, and this is where you start to get that shine, and you'll see it working in until you get something like this. Oh yeah, that's looking good. That's looking pro. I'm stoked on it. Now we got to move on and do the back and of course the sides. And once it's all buffed out, got to put it back together. Let's speed run it. Now that the guitar is all reassembled and it has strings on it, one thing left to do, and that's admire this thing. Ooh, baby. That's freaking sick in my opinion. I'm really stoked on this thing, and yes, I said stoked. I'm excited. This thing looks way better than the matte black that was originally on there. I'm fucking excited. This thing's sick.